Hey everyone, just a little quick video about this Nixie tube clock that I purchased off of Facebook. It was a Facebook ad that popped up, and I've been seeing them for, up there for years. They're very vague, the ad, about which one you're buying, and that kind of worried me. But it was only 79 bucks, and I figured, well, we're in quarantine, so I'll take a risk and see what happens. So when it arrived, the only thing that came was this little remote and this plastic piece. The cable was not there. This thing was not attached, and the tubes were not there. And there was nothing in the ad that said anything about that. Uh, so I emailed the vendor and said, where's the rest of it? And it did come with some instructions too, which I'll show you in a minute. They replied, oh no, you have to go get all that, which really pissed me off. And I paid via PayPal. So I told them I want my money back. They led me down a little bit of a rabbit hole, saying that you can send, once you send it back to us, then we'll refund your money, but you have to cover the shipping to China, which I checked and it was $35, the cheapest. So that really irritated me. And so I reached out to PayPal, let them know what happened. There was nothing in the ad, and I have some pictures of the ad, which I'll put up here in a minute. It said nothing about what was there was no tubes included, and nothing about it was a kit. It just basically showed different clocks, including this one, and this is the IN12, which really is the name of these tubes, because there's Nixie tubes that stand up a little taller, and instead of seeing the numbers, the numerals from the front, or from the top, you see them from the front. So anyway, PayPal eventually told me uh, that I had to fill out a form, internet fraud form, which I did. I just thought I was getting the runaround, which I was. It was deceitful advertising. Had I known there was no tubes and a power cord, I would have not purchased it. So so PayPal had my back. I filled out this form, attached it to the complaint, and then in the meantime, the company from China was desperately begging me to remove the thing on PayPal, which also was a red flag. So anyway, PayPal refunded my money immediately. Everything's done. When I got this thing, I didn't know what to do with it. And you can see it doing some different things. So I'm really not too familiar with how all of this works. But I figured, well, let me see if I can find some of these tubes. These tubes haven't been made since the 50s or 60s, I don't believe. And I think the factories were in the Ukraine and somewhere else overseas. I don't remember where, Yugoslavia maybe. Anyway, so some guy on eBay had a set of 6 of these for 25 bucks, so I bought them. Another, well, I figured, I'll give it a shot, nothing else to do. And then I figured out that this cord is a USB-C on this end, and then a regular USB on the other end. So I bought that, and then of course I knew it fit, but I didn't know, if it powered this thing up at all. So I got the tubes in the mail yesterday, opened them up, and I bought a set of 6 of them in case some of them didn't work, or, knowing that they're used. So as you can see, there's some solder on all these. So these have been used in some other application. Some of the pins are a little bent. So I'm pretty handy with the soldering iron. There was a lot of solder on these, actually. You could see where they had been soldered into a circuit board. So I cleaned up all the solder, aligned the pins with the needle nose pliers. Getting the solder off there was easy with the solder sucker. Just sucked it right off the pins after they heated up, and then I put them in here. put them in the clock, and they all lit up. So I was pretty happy, like, wow, okay. So then I had these instructions, which are in crazy, almost an alien language. Again, it's from China, but it's just, yeah, it's not very good. So I was messing around with it and messing around with it and could not get it to work. And finally, this morning, I was dinking around with it a little bit more, and I thought, well, I wonder if. Oh, I should also say this little plastic piece here, that makes it tilts it up at an angle. That was not attached. So originally, I had the tubes in this way, thinking this was the right way, but only because the circuit board has writing on it, and that was kind of seemed like the right orientation. I took the tubes out, I unplugged it, took the tubes out, and figured, well, I'm gonna put those in, upside down and see if that works. And lo and behold, that seems to do the trick. And there's all sorts of ambient lighting that you can set up behind here. I'll show you some of that. You can do different brightnesses, different colors. Kind of cool. So anyway, just wanted to let anybody know out there who bought one of these and was disappointed that didn't come with tubes and a power cord. This is how that it needs to be set up. Has to be USB-C. Right, and I have this plugged right into my computer, in the back of my computer. But you could use a little Apple block, like a phone charger, USB on one side, USB-C on the other, and then yeah, it just seems to be working. It seems to be keeping pretty good time. I've had it on for 45 minutes now, and it's in sync with my phone. It's got the date on here as well, and the month, the day, and the year. And you can use the remote to flash through those. But so if anyone has any questions about this, or they bought one and need some assistance, I couldn't find any assistance on the internet. So I actually even wrote to a guy who sells these, asking him for some sort of guidance. He never replied. So if any of you bought one of these and want to know how it works, I can help a little bit. Or shoot me a comment down below, and maybe I can help you. That's it for now. A Nixie IN12 tube clock.